Okay, good afternoon. I'm outside and today I'm going to give a talk about seasonal affective disorder, SAD. What is it and what things can we do to become aware of it and also to deal with SAD. So today I'm giving a talk about SAD, about seasonal affective disorder. It's the 20th of March today, so it is equinox, so the day when the light and the dark, sun and night, day and night are equal. So from today there'll start to be more light. The reason mainly for this talk is I see that people really find this time of year challenging, and it's not obvious why. So bear with me, and I'll just give you a bit of a talk about why this time of year is difficult. Throughout the summer, the spring, summer, autumn, we get a lot of sunlight, which gives us vitamin D, but also helps to boost the hormones serotonin and melatonin. And I was talking to a friend a few weeks ago, and he was saying that this was the beginning of March. He said this is the first time for almost 6 months that in the UK we had enough sunlight and strong enough sunlight to get sufficient vitamin D for, I think it was 20 minutes, and that was around midday. And so essentially throughout the summer we were kind of filled with the serotonin, melatonin, the vitamin D. In wintertime our storage of these hormones and these vitamins start to diminish. So around February, March, April time, our storehouse is really depleted. And interestingly, last week an acquaintance of mine killed himself, and I found that very sad. And I was just reflecting that one of my friends when I was young, he did very similar this time of year, so March time, he also killed himself. It was a week before the end of spring term, and I'm aware at this time that a lot of people are feeling challenges. And it just brought this up that, we don't really understand why we're feeling like we're feeling. Why do we feel depressed? Why do we feel low energy? Why do we feel sick all the time? And I thought, well, maybe if you become more aware of this, when you start to feel bad, it's like, okay, it's not just me. There's something else going on here. It's kind of a chemical imbalance. So some of the things that seasonal affective disorder, a lack of melatonin, serotonin can produce are, depression, low energy, lack of concentration, just feeling like you want to hibernate. So in the UK, about 20% of people are affected by SAD. And I presume that's the people who are kind of more aware of it. And I'm certainly aware with myself that after Christmas, I struggle to keep going and keep motivated. And I thought today I'd just share some of the tools and the ways that I kind of use to help myself deal with this time of year. Because when we actually become more aware of, this is what's going on, we don't take it so personally. We don't think, I have to end my life. I have to resort to drink or drugs or whatever. It's like, this will pass. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing your shoulders, breathing in and breathing out again. So some of the remedies for SAD this time of year is to know, first of all, it's a really key Buddhist teaching that I've spoken about before, is this too will pass. Becoming aware that what you're feeling at the moment, if you're feeling very depressed, even suicidal, it will pass. One of the remedies for this is that during the summer months, when you're really enjoying the light, just be aware again, the meditation, this too will pass. In Buddhism, they say that positive states are on this side of the hand and negative states are on this side of the hand. If you're very attached to the positive states, then the negative states, when they come along, you're just as attached because it's the same hand. And therefore, one of the key teachings for SAD is to cultivate non-attachment to either states. The positive, when it's sunny, it's wonderful, it's like, yeah, let go. And when it's negative, let go. So it's learning that meditation that when I really feel awful, this will pass, this will pass. The next thing is light therapy. A couple of weeks ago, my wife suggested getting some daylight bulbs for our front room. And yeah, you really notice the difference that most bulbs that you buy now for the house are really yellow. There's a very artificial light. And having these light bulbs, you notice a difference. If you're sitting in this light all day, certainly from 3 o'clock when it goes dark in wintertime till the next morning, it's going to affect. I've not necessarily noticed that much because, like I say, we're March time, the end of March. But that's another solution, to have daylight bulbs. Another thing which I always try to do in wintertime is going out for walks during the day when it's still light, even if it's raining. Having that natural light, the actual daylight, touching your skin, your retinas, I'm pretty sure it makes a difference for myself. So that's another thing I recommend to people: getting outside, getting a walk, getting exercise. Certain people recommend taking drugs, but generally I always suggest finding a holistic way. It's been many years, probably 15 years ago I used to take antidepressants. No, it's probably longer than that. Yeah, about 15 years. I gradually came off them, and now for the last 15 years I've used holistic techniques: breathing, exercise, meditation. So that would be my own recommendation. But if you do feel very depressed and you're feeling low, then go and speak to a doctor. Go and see if there's a possibility of getting some form of medication. And although I see it as a temporary thing, if it saves your life, then do those things. So that's essentially it, and I really want to reiterate that keep going. It's like 2016. The world is changing. We are waking up. Supermarkets are now realizing they're poisoning us. They're changing into organic food in the UK. It's like, wow, wonderful. With the chemicals they've been using. We are shifting in consciousness. And therefore, it feels, whoa, it's like teething pains. So be very gentle with yourself. Give yourself love, self-love, and just baby steps. Do what you can do. So keep going. Just keep going. No matter what comes up, the horrible feelings, laugh, get outside. Do whatever you can to make yourself feel different. And know that you're an amazing being, that whatever you feel, it's just like a passing cloud. It will pass. And then we don't attach ourselves to it. So, that is my reflection for today, that, keep going wherever you're at. If you're feeling seasonally affected, then just keep going, it will change again. So, be well.